term information assurance was first used by the US government, but it has since made its way into common usage as an all-encompassing definition of the technical and managerial measures designed to ensure the confidentiality, possession or control, integrity, authenticity, availability, and utility of information and information systems. Cybersecurity. While the term cybersecurity might be more familiar to those outside the computer security world, it is actually a bit less broad in its definition and is considered a subset to the definition of information assurance. Specifically, PC Magazine defines cybersecurity as the protection of data and systems and networks that are connected to the internet. Cybersecurity services provide the tools, methods, and procedures that a business can use to protect their systems from unauthorized access, copying, transfer, or retrieval of data. Services can range from storing backups at remote sites, along with network monitoring of vulnerable software against intruders. Cybersecurity threats come from many sources, like insider threats, network threats, or physical threats such as fire or floods, which stem from software systems or user actions. Risk is the likelihood that a vulnerability will occur and that a loss occurs when that vulnerability is exploited. Cybersecurity risk management is the process of identifying possible vulnerabilities and quantifying potential risks as it pertains to the systems. Risk must be managed for a variety of reasons. Every organization is vulnerable to common and unique types of threats. Unmanaged risk can cause loss. Organizations must identify vulnerable areas along with the potential for actual threats so they can plan operations to reduce the effect of those threats. Because all threats cannot be completely eliminated, organizations must address responses to threats and plans for continuous business operations. Risk mitigation is the act of reducing the likelihood of a risk. Risk transfer is the act of transferring the risk to another company, such as an insurance firm. Risk avoidance is the act of avoiding the possibility of risk. For example, not using a specific software program would avoid any known risks of that particular program. Risk acceptance is the act of understanding and accepting the risks associated with the use of a system or feature. Of particular importance is risk to critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure includes assets critical to the functioning of a society and an economy. There are 16 critical infrastructure sectors whose assets, systems, and networks, whether physical or virtual, are considered so vital to the United States that their incapacitation or destruction would have a debilitating effect on national security, national economic security, national public health or safety, or any combination thereof. The 16 sectors are chemical, commercial facilities, communications, critical manufacturing, dams, defense industrial base, emergency services, energy, financial services, food and agriculture, government facilities, healthcare and public health, information technology, nuclear reactors, materials and waste, transportation systems, and water and wastewater systems. Threats to these sectors include, but are not limited to, cyber threats, acts of terrorism, pandemics, extreme weather, and accidents or technical failures. An organization's attack surface includes all areas of an organization that can be penetrated or threatened. Companies may have differing levels of vulnerability due to their integration of technology. For example, a company that processes payments via an internet site increases the vulnerability of threats against the payment processing system from attackers anywhere in the world. A company that does not collect information via the internet would have much less vulnerability from that attack avenue. The most important goals when we attempt to secure information are confidentiality, integrity, and availability, also known as the CIA Triad. The CIA Triad is a model designed to guide policies for information security within an organization. The model is also sometimes referred to as the AIC Triad, availability, integrity, and confidentiality, to avoid confusion with the Central Intelligence Agency acronym. Let's take a closer look at the 3 goals of the CIA Triad. Confidentiality. This goal ensures that data are only accessed by authorized persons through the security measures such as usernames and passwords and access control lists. Authentication, a process in which credentials are provided to verify the identity of an entity. For example, a user and a system. Integrity. This goal ensures the data are trusted. This means data must be guarded against unauthorized changes. Methods of ensuring integrity include data permissions and encryption. Non-repudiation, a cryptologic technique that provides the proof of the integrity and the origin of data. Availability. This goal is to provide solutions to ensure that systems can be accessed when requested. This includes providing deploying system protections and proper hardware maintenance and system patching. Government and industry have developed numerous standards and regulations related to cybersecurity. Regulations that address security issues are requirements by a government or a business that must be followed. For example, in the healthcare industry, any system or user that has access to personal health information must follow the regulations set forth in the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Standards are a set of best practices that have been created to guide an organization's policies, procedures, and practices, rather than requirements to adhere to specific rules. For example, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS, is an information security standard for organizations that accept payment cards.